So before this video gets started, I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys that has reserved a Grand Canyon Greninjas t-shirt from teespring.com/GCG UCL. If you're interested, go check the link down in the description or in the card above the screen, on the screen there. Go ahead and click that. Reserve yourselves a Grand Canyon Greninjas UCL official t-shirt from Teespring. You guys have until Sunday, and without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Yeah, what's good though? You already know who it is though. It's that nigga with a fro. What's poppin', everybody? My name is Twit, and I am your coach for the Grand Canyon Greninjas. Yeah, what's good though? You already know who it is though. It's that nigga with a fro. What's poppin', everybody? I am your coach for the Grand Canyon Greninjas. My name is Twit. What is going on? How are you guys doing on this fine Friday evening, as we get ready to break down our week 4 preparation video and team for this UCL season? So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, because I will let you guys know why we're gonna jump right into it in just a moment. But if you guys did enjoy, or you are enjoying the UCL, make sure you smash the hell out of the like button down below. Give a video a thumbs up. One like goes a long way, helps the channel and the series itself, and of course your support is muchos gracias, apreciado. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right on into it, because I really don't know much. I don't really know what to say about today's matchup, or this week's matchup that we're going to be going against PK Sparks, that hotness, and the Philadelphia Feraligatrs. Now, let's take a look at PK's team really quick. He's rocking Garchomp, Skarmory, and Talonflame, Feraligatr, Snorlax, and Mega Sceptile, Steelix, Trevenant, Hitmonchan, Garbodor, Jinx, and Vivian. Now, you will see here in just a moment why I sort of chosen the Pokemon that we chose, but let's just talk about his team for a minute here. Now, normally I would be trying to break down PK's team like anybody else's team, like any other team in the UCL that we've broken down before. I usually be trying to break it down like that, but because it's PK Sparks, you don't know what the hell he's gonna do. He's like the most unpredictable freaking person that there is, and that's okay. That's okay. It's a really good strategy to just be like super unpredictable. So it's kind of hard to team build for his team. But the team that I did bring, I think, is a pretty solid team against what I feel like he's gonna bring, or just against the Pokemon that he has, because the Garchomp obviously is a threat, and the Skarmory is gonna be annoying. The Skarmory, Skarmory, Snorlax, Steelix, Trevenant, Garbodor. That's a pretty annoying core of Pokemon, wall core of Pokemon. They're just obnoxious. They really are. They're just obnoxious, but they're not unstoppable. It's not an unstoppable wall core. It's just an obnoxious, annoying wall core. So the Garchomp, I feel like he's definitely gonna scoop up and go ahead and bring, just because it does a lot of damage, because it hits hard, because you can run Garchomp so many different ways. And I feel like PK is gonna be on that real defensive, bulky, lots of HP Garchomp set, which is, I mean, like I said, it's kind of like not normal, quote unquote, but I guess it is. Like, it's a pretty commonly run set nowadays. So that's one of those things. Skarmory, obviously, it could be there for a number of different things. Stealth Rocks, you know, like a bold Stealth Rock Skarmory is like the most common thing ever. But again, I have to take into consideration PK and what I think he may or may not bring. So I'm really on the fence about it. Talonflame, I'm gonna be one of those Pokemon that's just gonna really put in a lot of work. It's just a good Pokemon all around. The Feraligatr, I almost can guarantee the Feraligatr is going to be in this match, because that Sheer Force Feraligatr is just too much of a threat. Honestly, it just destroys lives. Snorlax on his team, really not looking at the Snorlax too much. I mean, obviously it is still a threat, and it is still something that we should be careful of, but I'm not really that worried about the Snorlax pick. Personally, I'm just not that worried about the Snorlax pick. Next up, we have the Mega Sceptile. Now, this is going to be obviously his only Mega. The Sceptile, I definitely feel like he's going to bring the Sceptile, okay? I definitely feel like he's going to bring the Sceptile, but I don't feel as if the Sceptile is going to I feel like he's going to be a little bit afraid of this Sceptile, or of using the Sceptile, because he thinks I'm going to be bringing the Mega Altaria, which is, you know, it's pretty normal that I would bring my Mega to counter another Mega, but it doesn't, I mean, it does count, actually, it pretty much hard counters him, so I'm really not sure if he's even going to bother bringing his Mega, just because Mega Altaria really destroys Mega Sceptile. Honestly, it just literally destroys Mega Sceptile. There's nothing Mega Sceptile can do to it outside of maybe like an HP Ice, but then again, I don't really see that being too much of a threat. I mean, maybe after like 2 or 3 Leaf Storms, maybe I would be looking at, you know, a scary HP Ice, but I'm just not too worried. Maybe an Ice Punch as well, but I'm really, I don't really see too much happening with Mega Sceptile. But I mean, it's obviously it's a thing. It's there. It could be an issue. Next up, he has a Steelix. Steelix is another one of those core Pokemon, those really stally wall Pokemon that's just obnoxious to deal with. Trevenant, one of my favorite Pokemon, definitely I feel like is going to be brought, just because Trevenant, even if he doesn't bring the Sceptile, he could bring the Trevenant for that grass type coverage, which is a possibility, which is a big possibility. Because I mean, outside of like a Nidoking or the what is it, the the Mandibuzz on my team, I mean, I don't really have a whole, I mean, I guess I do have the Escavalier as well, but I don't really have a ton of things to cover the grass. But I mean, I've got a pretty good checks to it, but he can play it really well, and it is a Trevenant as well. So Trevenant is just bulky and just obnoxious. You know, it's just one of those Pokemon that you don't really want to fight. You know, you just don't want to play against a Trevenant because it's just obnoxious and annoying. But it's a good Pokemon that he could very well bring. Next up is Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan pretty much speaks for itself. There's a bunch of different ways you can run Hitmonchan, and I feel like he's definitely going to run some very interesting sets for that. Garbodor is another one of those Pokemon that's just like, it's just an annoying Pokemon to play against. His Jinx, I really don't see him bringing the Jinx, but his last Pokemon, Vivian, is the Pokemon that I definitely feel like he is going to be bringing. And Vivian is kind of one of those Pokemon that I'm sort of, I don't want to say I'm like prepared the most for, but I'm definitely bringing something on my team to sort of counter the Vivian, and we'll get into that in just a sec. But that's gonna be his team, his little team breakdown there. I want to go over, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can do as far as preparation goes. I'm just gonna bring a solid team, which you guys will see on the screen and here in just a sec. I'm just gonna plan to bring a solid team, a solid all-around overall team, and then just deal with PK to the best of my ability, just because I know he's going to be bringing just the most random things, and it's really hard to prepare for just like pure just randomness. It's really hard to prepare for that. So let's go ahead and pop up my team right here, and starting off the lineup, you guys are going to see we have a pretty interesting lineup, but you guys are going to see that we don't have a Mega Altaria on our team, which I'm hoping to throw PK especially off with a little bit and kind of get inside his mind, kind of get inside his head. And another way we're going to get inside his head, because we all know PK is a PG channel, so we're going to bring Masturbate the Escavalier, the Assault Vested Escavalier. And like I said, the Vivian, let's see, the Escavalier here with Overcoat is going to be a nice check to the Vivian. If you guys don't know what it is, it's Pokemon. My alarm is going off. Sorry about that. Anyway, Escavalier with Overcoat, is it still going off? What the hell? Anyway, Escavalier with Overcoat, powder moves and damage from hail or sandstorm. Not gonna be a problem, not gonna be an issue at all. So it's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be a decent check to the Vivian in case he does bring it. We have quite a few checks to the Vivian, which I'm really not too worried about. But Aerial Ace, X Scissor, Iron Head, Knockoff, Overcoat, Assault Vest, and we're gonna be running this thing Adamant Nature. 84 in special defense, since we are throwing that Assault Vest on there so we can live some hits. We got 172 in HP, and then we have 252 in attack. Of course, that's just gonna do a lot of damage. I mean, the Aerial Ace is gonna be a nice coverage for, I mean, we could cover it with grass type, we could cover that fighting type. We don't really need to cover it because we don't really have to cover the grass typing because we are bug type with X Scissor, so it's not really that big of a deal. But the Iron Head and the Knockoff as well is going to be nice. With the Aerial Ace to take care of the Hitmonchan in case he happens to bring that in, is just kind of sort of a check to that. So that'll be decent. That'll be really decent. Next up, we have Dig Bick the Nidoking, and I'm telling you, I just want to say I apologize in advance, PK. I really do apologize in advance for these Pokemon names. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, so we have Nidoking here. We're going to have a Choice Scarf Nidoking with Sheer Force, Sludge Wave, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Earth Power. Like I said, we do have the coverage for the Grass-type Pokemon, and he does, of course, have a Mega Sceptile. So a Scarf Nidoking to a Mega Sceptile. One Ice Beam is going to, that's quad effective. That's going to hit really, really hard. That's going to hit Steelix pretty hard. I'm pretty sure. Now, I want to double check. You know, I don't normally do this, but I want to double check here. Actually, I don't know why I said I don't normally do this, because I do normally do this. Let me see. Ice to Steel is actually resistant, so the Ice Beam on the Steelix won't do as much damage as it could, but it's still gonna hurt a lot. I do also have Earth Power on this as well. So the Earth Power, the Choice Scarf Earth Power is gonna destroy the Steelix. Well, the Steelix does have like a lot of HPs, but it is what it is. The Ice Beam or the Flamethrower onto the Vivian, onto the Jinx, onto the onto the Trevenant here. Onto the Skarmory with Ice Beam or Flamethrower. I said Ice Thrower and Flame Beam. Anyway, Ice Beam or Flamethrower onto either one of those is going to be really nice. The Garchomp is not going to appreciate the Earth Power. The Nidoking is a check for a lot of the Pokemon on his team, which is going to be really nice. And also the Garchomp is not going to appreciate a Choice Scarf Ice Beam to the face. Nice and quad effective. That's going to do a lot of damage. Even if you are bulky, that is just going to be a lot of damage. So that's going to be that. Next up, we have Big Nigga, the Emboar. And now a lot of people have been asking, Twit, why have you not been bringing Emboar? Where is the freaking Emboar? Bring the Emboar, bring the Emboar, bring the Emboar. So you know what? We say, hey, I'm gonna bring the Emboar. So we have Big Nigga the Emboar, hashtag BNA. We got a Choice Bended, Reckless, Wild Charge, Head Smash, Flare Blitz, and Super Power on the Emboar here. Now the Emboar is gonna be Jolly Nature, 252 Speed, 4 Special Defense, and 252 Attack. This thing is going to hit really hard. This thing is gonna hit like a truck. It's gonna be beautiful. The Wild Charge, of course, is gonna do absolute work. The Head Smash is gonna do absolute work. We might honestly just go straight for the See, I was thinking here was the original game plan, right? Here was the original game plan. The original game plan was to either lead with the Bandit Emboar with Flare Blitz, or lead with the Scarf Nidoking and just go ham on whatever, just literally just go hard in the paint right off the bat, right? So that was the original plan for the Nidoking and the Emboar. Just literally just send them out, go hard in the paint, turn 1, take lives, make this shit happen, okay? But the only downside is that he does still have a lot of scary Pokemon in his team, and I don't want to go hard in the paint and end up taking too much, recoil damage, or end up locking myself into something where I have to force a switch and then take damage on other Pokemon. So that's gonna be really obnoxious. But then we come up to Mandibuzz, aka Bobby Bitch, with Foul Play, Roost, Brave Bird, and Tailwind. Now, you guys know in the battle versus Nappy and the Tucson Terrakions, we encountered a Tailwind Flygon, which really threw me for a loop, really just threw me completely off guard with a Tailwind Flygon. So you know what? I was like, damn, that's such a good move. And Mandibuzz, while it is sort of a common moveset, it's not really that common to run Tailwind Mandibuzz. At least in my experience, it's not really that common to run Tailwind Mandibuzz. So that's what we were gonna run. We were gonna run Foul Play, Roost, Brave Bird, and Tailwind. Impish Nature, of course, which is plus special defense and minus special attack. We don't need the special attack. We're going to be good. Overcoat as well, just in case we have the issues with the Vivian. And then we are going to have leftovers on this. And a lot of people are also asking me, how come no Foul Play? Why no Foul Play? Well, the Foul Play is here now. This is one of those things where I'm hoping to Foul Play on the Talonflame, or on the Feraligator, or even on the Hitmonchan, which would be really nice. So the Foul Play is going to be clutch as hell. The Brave Bird as well is just going to do work. Honestly, it checks a lot of Pokemon on his team, and we're going to be good. Next up, we're going to have Fuck the Empoleon. We're gonna have Fuck the Empoleon here with Defog, Stealth Rock, Scald, and Flash Cannon. Pretty simple, pretty normal set. We do have a Shucka Berry on it, which is a little bit different for me. Halves the damage taken from super effective at ground type attacks, and of course, like I said, he does have the Garchomp, he does have the Steelix, which is gonna be nice. We can have the Shucka Berry just in case. Now, while I would like to go ahead and put the leftovers on it, unfortunately, I feel like the Shucka Berry just up against his team. So many Pokemon on his team can learn Earthquake and can learn Earth Power or whatever, and I'm like, you know what, I feel like that's probably a better idea to be able to swap into the Empoleon, even though it is super effective. Use the Shuca Berry and just have some of that damage, get off my Stealth Rocks, and you know, hopefully live another hit, and then dip on out. So that's gonna be, the Shuca Berry is gonna be one of those, I feel like it's gonna be the kind of make or break decision here with the Empoleon, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, because the Empoleon got destroyed by that Flygon, what is it, week 2 versus Nappy. The Empoleon got really, like, absolutely destroyed by the Flygon, and I just don't want to see that happen again, man. This is our Defogger and our Stealth Rocker, so we're going to have to be real careful and play the Empoleon correctly, and we should be okay. But we're going to be running this thing Calm Nature, 248 HP, 12 special attack, and 248 in special defense. That's going to be pretty much all she wrote for that. And then we have Pusey, the Rotom Wash here, which is still hilarious to me. And this is going to be another one of those things where I'm hoping to catch him a little off guard, because we actually have ourselves a Life Orb Modest Rotom, 208 in HP, 252 special attack, 4 special defense, and 44 in speed. I know the EVs are a little crazy and spread out, but of course, you guys have to take into consideration that this wouldn't be a moveset you would run on a normal OU team. These movesets and these EV spreads are for the UCL, for the teams each week that I have to face. So you have to take that into consideration. But for the most part, I really like this setup. T-Bolt, Hydro Pump, Hidden Power Ice, and Pain Split is going to be really nice. We're going to hit something really hard regardless of what we hit. And if we don't happen to hit it too hard, we do follow up with a Pain Split, and we can get some HP back, even though we have the Life Orb. So it's going to be really, really nice. Good stuff, and I'm really gonna catch people. I really think I'm not even people. I really think I'm gonna catch PK off guard once he sees that I have the Life Orb damage, and then hopefully if I outspeed something of his, if he's got a if he's got a Skarmory in that's bulky, if he's got a Snorlax in that's really bulky, I'm looking to outspeed, hit him with a Pain Split out of nowhere where he's not going to expect it. He's going to just expect me to go for the kill. I'm going to hit him with a Pain Split, get HP back, and then be good to go. Also, the Rotom Wash is clearly a check for the Feraligator. That was the whole reason that we got the Rotom Wash on here, is because a Life Orb, a T-Bolt from a Rotom Wash is, you know, a Feraligator is not going to appreciate that at all. And it's going to be really nice to take care of and do the damn thing. So that is pretty much going to wrap up my my breakdown, my team breakdown for PK here. Like I said, it's a little bit unpredictable. There's not really a lot that I can prepare for this, and I know this is like a shorter team building or team preparation episode than normal. But like I said, it's just I'm not really sure exactly what to prepare for PK. I do have things on my team that keep a clear check to a lot of his Pokemon, a lot of the grass type checks, dragon type checks, ground type checks as well. Even the fighting type checks with the Aerial Ace and you know, and we'll be okay. The Aerial Ace and the Brave Bird on the Mandibuzz and the Escavalier will be okay, honestly. I feel pretty confident, and I also sort of feel confident that I'm not bringing the Altaria this week, which is another one of those things that I feel like he's really going to prepare for on his team is the Mega Altaria, but luckily for us, we're going to leave him high and dry, not even touch the Mega Altaria this week, and bring just Pokemon that are just going to go harder than paint. Don't have to worry about setting up this week. Outside of the Tailwind, Tailwind of the Mandibuzz is the only thing that we've got to worry about getting set up. Outside of that, we don't need anything else set up on our team. We have, you know, like Escavalier is going to go hard, Nidoking is going to go hard, Emboar is definitely going to go hard. The Empoleon is going to be that backup support safety net for us, of course, and then the Rotom is going to go hard in the paint for sure. The Rotom is going to do work, but again, the Rotom is one of those things I have to be careful because he does have a Garchomp, he does have the Mega Sceptile that is going to have the ability to Lightning Rod if he does have the Mega Sceptile. The Steelix as well. Followed up by the other, I'm not really too worried about the Garbodor, but so he's got a lot of Pokemon that could potentially mess up a decent play with the Rotom just because they're ground type, but at the same time he has a lot of Pokemon that are not going to appreciate a Hidden Power Ice or a Hydro Pump to the face. And then of course we have Bobby Bitch, the Mandibuzz. This is really the only setup Pokemon that we have that we need, which is probably going to be our lead in the battle regardless of what he leads with. I'm probably going to Tailwind on the first turn and then dip on out to something important, something that just goes hard in the paint. For example, Tailwind hard swap into the into the Imbor here is gonna do so much damage because we're gonna outspeed, we're gonna be choice banded, and there's just gonna wreck lives. Like, it's gonna be really nice, and it's just gonna do work. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's team building episode, and don't forget, like I said in the beginning of the episode, you guys have 2 more days to go reserve your Grand Canyon Greninjas UCL shirt on teespring.com/GCGUCL. Go check it out, make that shit happen if you guys are interested. Let's do this, man, let's do this. You guys have until Sunday, so only 2 days left. You guys got until Sunday, let's make it happen. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys tomorrow for our battle versus PK in the Philadelphia Feraligatrs. There we go. With that being said, it's been Twit. I'll catch you tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace!